Much for coming into our weekly live stream. My name is Pocketcraft. We've got a super exciting episode for you today. We're going to talk about some of the best new electric decks in the game, specifically focusing on some of the more budget cards. So free-to-play players like me and some of you will be able to still have these cards pretty easily. We'll start off by just opening this pack today for our daily pack, see if we get anything good. And we don't, although we do get our second Pokemon communication, which I do need that to build some of the more popular decks. So I'm happy with that. My lighting is a little bit off today, so I apologize for that. It'll be better next week. But we're going to go in right now, and I'll share some of the decks with you guys that we're going to be using today. Welcome, Ethan. Welcome, OG Dead Spider. Happy to have you guys here. We're going to start off first with what I think is a really fun deck to try out, focused on Luxray, Bidoof, and Volkner. This is going to be a super fun deck for us to use. I'm excited to do it. I think you guys will like it as well. And I think I'm just going to change. I had previously used Pokeflute here, but I think I'm going to switch it up with Pokemon Communications for this battle. Rachel, hi. Thank you for being here. For all of those of you who are new to the live streams, we're going to go through and do probably about 5 battles here. And then if you stick around to the end, I will also battle against one of you guys in the chat. So make sure to stick around to the end of the video. I want to make sure you guys don't miss out on that. And let's see if we can get communication to come up here. There we go. Sorry for the quick change, but since we just got the second card there, I figured we might as well implement it. But we'll go into the battle here, and we're going to go focused on this new event match. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know in the chat with you guys, what are your favorite new cards in the set? Darkrai, I think, is probably one of my top favorites. I'm really liking Luxray. And interestingly enough, I think Bidoof is a lot of fun. So I'm excited to use him here, see if we can get some dubs using Bidoof against more powerful EX Pokemon. But let me know what your favorite is. It's taken so long to find a Minecraft and Pokemon person like me. Well, I'm glad that you found me and that we're here together. OG Dead Spider. I think Minecraft and Pokemon are the two perfect games. Two best games out there. So definitely make sure to stick around to the channel. Everything I post is related to that. The app is called Pokemon TCG Pocket. And so you'll be able to download that. It's free on the App Store. Definitely a fun game. I recommend trying it out. So we'll start out here. It looks like we're going against a Druddigon wall deck. We'll see what's in the back. But we're going to go for a Pokeball. We get another Bidoof. And then we should have all of our basic Pokemon out here, which is awesome. And we have Leaf. So what we're going to do here, and I'm not sure if we should set up everyone yet. We'll put a couple out here just in case. But we're going to start powering up Bidoof. The goal with this deck is with Volkner. If Bidoof gets knocked out, it just allows us to have enough energy to power up Luxray in one turn. And then we can use Bidoof to lower the HP of some of the more powerful Pokemon out there. So we'll see how it goes. Depending on what he has in the back here, though, we may just power up Shinx. So it looks like it is a Gyarados deck. And so this might be a deck where we just want to get Luxray out as soon as possible. Let's see what happens with Misty here. If he gets Tails, awesome. He gets Tails, so we should be safe. And let me know what you guys, if anyone gotten any cool new cards in the deck yet. I feel like it's pretty new still, and so it's hard to get any of the really big popular ones. And so far I have one Dialga, and then I've mainly just have these electric cards and Bidoof. I don't have much more than that. So let me know what you guys have. It's downloading. Well, good work, Rachel. Way to hop on the train. We're excited to have you here. And we'll see. We should hopefully, if we can pull a Luxray within a turn or two, we might be able to take out his Magikarp before it's set up to Gyarados, which would be awesome. That would kind of make him stuck. And so his strategy here, right, he's going to use Druddigon to set up for Gyarados and just use it as a wall, which is a pretty good counter to our Bidoof, but if Luxray gets set up, we can just snipe out Gyarados before he can do anything else, which would be awesome. I'm really liking playing with Luxray. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely probably one of my favorite cards, like non-EX cards in the set. And so I'd be interested to see what you guys are thinking. Have you played Minecraft Cobblemon? I have. So Cobblemon is the main thing I do on this channel. The past month or so, I haven't done as much with Cobblemon. But I'm repenting and changing from that. I got excited with this new game, but I have 2 Cobblemon videos coming out this week, and I'll have several more coming out in the weeks to come. I'm going to try from now on to make sure I have at least 1 Cobblemon video every week. Sometimes I'll probably have more. And so I wish I would have kept with, I wasn't thinking about Pokemon communication. I should have kept one of these Shinx or Bidoof here to try and switch out. But yeah, so if you look at my channel, Rachel, most of my content is Cobblemon. That's kind of the vast majority of it. And then we're just starting to do some Pokemon TCG Pocket. I have some other Pokemon videos there. But for the foreseeable future, I'll probably do primarily Cobblemon content and like 1 to 2 videos of TCG Pocket a week. For now, I'll do at least 1 live stream a week and then occasional updates and tips for TCG Pocket. So we're doing all right. We don't have Luxray yet. If we could pull him, that would be great, but we haven't, so I may start setting up Bidoof, but we have 1 Luxio completely set up. He's just setting up in the back, so we're probably going to go back and forth here and see how it goes. You got Illustration Regigigas and Illustration Shaman today. That's awesome, Ethan. Congrats. Those are both really cool ones. I'm excited to try and make some more Shaman decks. I haven't done that yet, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. He does have Greninja, which is a little bit dangerous with the way we're set up right now. If we could pull Luxray, though, Luxray can one-shot Greninja, which would be pretty awesome. He gets Tails again on his Misty. I do feel a little bit bad for him, but I'm okay with it because that makes us pretty safe here. And you have a Ninja. Interesting. Oh, probably Koga. You probably just pulled Koga is my guess then, Rachel, which is pretty sweet. All right, we got to start doing something here. We are definitely going to need... Dang it. We don't get Koga. I'm just going to Sabrina them because I don't want to get hit. I don't want to have to deal with Druddigon and getting him out of the way. He may just go into Magikarp and switch back out, but I doubt it. I figured he'd go into Greninja. So that gives us a little bit of cushion here. And I think I'm just going to start setting up the other Luxio. Is going to be our best bet for now. Fog Ninja. Oh, Greninja. Okay. That's pretty sweet. He's got Greninja as well, or if it's Fog Ninja, maybe you're talking about Koga and Weezing. But either way, that's pretty exciting, and I'm happy with all of you guys being here. If you got anybody else who's interested in the game, have them hop on the stream. If we have 10 people watching at one point, we'll have a special reward at the end of the video. But, okay, we are getting sniped a little bit by Greninja here, so unless we get Luxray this turn, we're in trouble. We get another Sabrina. Oh, man. So, future note to anybody using this deck. Make sure not to fill up your bench. That was a rookie mistake my first time using the, what's it called? The Pokemon Communications in this deck, and so I hadn't played around with it. But I should have kept a Pokemon in the back like my other Bidoof, and I could have traded it out. And so some of you who are watching might be wondering, why am I not powering up Bidoof? There's a very simple reason for it. This is mainly used against Pokemon. Oh my gosh, and we still don't get one. That's insane. Okay, well now I'm going to have to start powering up Bidoof. Actually, that was a bad idea because he's going to knock us out. So we'll switch into this Bidoof here, just since he's not powered up. And we have got to draw a Luxray next time. There's only 4 cards left, so we're pretty much guaranteed to get Luxray. That also means he's pretty much guaranteed to get his Gyarados that he's been waiting on. So the main problem with this deck that we've been running into is one that we haven't pulled Luxray. But we also, there goes Gyarados. That's what we were looking for. But I used the Pokemon Communications wrong. We would have been fine. But Bidoof here is mainly optimized when you come against like a Gyarados or something, because you can half its HP, right? But when you come against a Pokemon other than that, any of these normal Pokemon that's 120 HP or lower, Luxray can take care of itself, and so you don't really need that. Oh, shoot. Well, here's a problem. We can use Professor's Research and pull a Luxray here, but then we're going to have to sacrifice, but we can't leaf into it. If I was thinking better, I could have leafed into Luxray last turn, and we could have gone for it. So we are making several mistakes in here, but I think this is our only option, is we need to pick up Luxray. And this actually might make him survive. Let's think. 90, yeah. Actually, that's not awful. We can survive now. And so then from there, what I think we'll do is we'll put another energy on this Luxio, and then Bidoof is ready as well. So that should be good. You're looking at your team on Cobblemon. Let me know what your team on Cobblemon is. If you like watching Cobblemon Let's Plays, feel free to check out my Cobblemon Let's Play. You can see it on my channel page. I just titled it Best Cobblemon Let's Play. And so that's a fun one to look at if you're interested in Cobblemon. I also have the Cobblemon Survival Guide, and then all sorts of tutorials that are on there. But Drudigan's going to come at us here. And this is going to be a bit of an interesting one. I think we'll start... We're going to lose this Bidoof, unfortunately, which is really going to limit us. If we had played that smarter and just used Leaf the turn before, I think we would have won. But because of that right there, I think we're going to lose. And so I need to think about what the best option here is. So Luxray has 130 HP. He's going to be able to hit us pretty hard with Drudigan. I think let's Sabrina him. But I want to think for a second to make sure that's the right move. Because with these guys here, he can do 40 damage if he evolves him, which he has 3 cards left, so we'll probably be able to soon. 40 damage plus 90 from Drudigan would take us out. We can knock out Drudigan this turn if we want to. Or we could knock out Greninja. Or we could also just hit Gyarados here. I think knocking out Greninja is going to be our best bet. But we'll see. I'm not sure if that's the smartest move or not. What are some fun things to do in Cobblemon? I just get bored after a while and stop playing. Yeah, that is a great question. I definitely run into that sometimes too, Ethan. I think one thing that helps me is if I have the Radical Red Cobblemon Trainers mod. That one's pretty helpful because it involves like a bunch of different challenges that you can do as well. So that keeps the game a little bit more interesting. I like to do that. Aside from that, if you don't have that, servers are fun. Although it can be difficult to find a good server. Some of the big servers I personally don't really love. There's just too many people. And so I prefer to do servers that are built by somebody that I know. You know, like a creator that I like or something like that. I find that to be a little bit more fun. And so if you're going to do that, I would probably recommend that, doing a server. I'll probably start one over the summer is something I'm thinking when I have more time and a break from school. But for now, that won't happen. Well, I think we're going to lose this one. We may just have to concede because he can just switch into Gyarados and he wins. We could try something. Let's just see if he's dumb and doesn't switch into Gyarados. If he does, we lose, which I'm assuming happening. I think our deck actually would have won this pretty easily if I would have played it smarter, but I had 2 big misplays here. But that's just first battle of the night. We're going to get into the deck, and I think we should be able to get some more wins with it later on. But yeah, so hopefully that answers your question, Ethan. But I do hope to start a server here within a few months that all of you guys might be able to join in on. And there we go. Yeah, he switches to Gyarados. So that's going to be an L here for the first one. But that's okay. We got 4 more battles or so that we'll do tonight. And we got another deck I'm going to show off as well. But I think we could have won that one if I didn't misplay it. And so we're still getting used to how the new cards work. Now that I've got Pokemon Communication fresh, I think we should be good. And so I'm hoping we can come across a deck where Bidoof does really well. That one wasn't optimized for Bidoof because Luxray could one-hit most of them. If they would have started with Gyarados sooner, Bidoof would have been super helpful. But otherwise, no. But I do think it's just fun to play with Bidoof. I want to take out an EX Pokemon with him because I think that would be funny. What's my favorite new card in the Space-Time Smackdown? That's a pretty difficult question, Ethan. I would say... Ooh, there's a Zapdos. So this is here where Bidoof could actually do pretty well. My favorite new card, I think Darkrai looks really interesting. I also like Dialga. But I'm not going to lie, I'm a pretty big fan of the Bidoof. I think it's funny that they made him actually kind of good. And so I do really like the Bidoof card. So I could have probably Pokemon Communication to that Bidoof, but I think it's nice to have one on the bench just in case. We got 2 Luxrays there, so I'm going to use Pokemon Communication on one of them to see if we can get a Luxio. And if we do, then we should be in a pretty good position. And we get Bidoof, unfortunately. But that's okay. We'll just end our turn for now. We'll leave Bidoof there. If we pull the other Pokemon Communication, we can try and switch it out for Luxio. We're in an okay matchup with Zapdos. It's not our best, but it's definitely not the worst one we could be in. He takes the same amount of energy to power up as Luxray is going to, but he is pretty powerful once he gets fully powered up. So we get another Pokeball here, which should give us a Shinx, which I think Shinx I will put on the bench. And now the question comes, what do we power up? And we have Volkner here, so I think I might actually focus on Bidoof and bank on us pulling a Leaf before Zapdos gets powered up. This might be a chance for us to use Bidoof. We'll just need to get Leaf. If we don't get Leaf, then we're in trouble. But we'll see what happens here. So yeah, I think those are probably my favorite cards in Space Time Smackdown. Let me know what your guys' are. I'd be interested to hear. Haunter, is that your favorite Pokemon in Space Time Smackdown or just kind of in general with Pokemon? We are in a little bit of a pickle here. I don't like to sacrifice Pokemon, but I think we're going to have to sacrifice our Shinx here is our best bet. If he Sabrina's us, then we're in trouble. So hopefully we don't get Sabrina right here. If we do, then that would stink, but we'd still be able to have enough to power up Luxray, and we might be in a good spot. Zapdos, the tricky thing is he's very much coin flip dependent. He could do like 0 damage to us, or he could do a ton. And he doesn't have any Pokemon on the bench yet, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, there we go. I spoke too soon. He's got Pikachu EX out here now, which is nice. 120 HP. Luxray can take that pretty easily. And so I think if he just takes out Shinx, as long as he doesn't Sabrina us here, I think we are probably going to win. Ooh, and he does Sabrina us. I knew I should have put this other Bidoof out. Ah, shoot. Okay, we'll go here, and maybe we get lucky with coin flips, but that's probably not going to happen. Yeah, if I would have put the other Bidoof out, we might have won. We still might, but that was a misplay there. Mine's Garchomp, since it's your favorite Pokemon, and I like the illustration. That's awesome. Garchomp is a super cool Pokemon. I'm actually really excited. Dang it, we almost had it there. If we would have used it with Cynthia, Garchomp is really cool. I got one of the full arts from a Wonder Pick. I'm hoping to get another one soon. I would really like to build a Garchomp deck. I think that would be a lot of fun. And there goes the leaf that we needed. Okay, so here's the tricky thing. We can get off. Oh, we didn't have any energy on him. That's okay. We have Volkner. So we can take out Zapdos here in 2 turns, probably before he can take us out. Or we could take out Pikachu. I think I'm going to try and go for Zapdos first, just because he has the energy. Pikachu doesn't have anything on him yet. But he will get powered up. Oh! I forgot that Zapdos is weak to electric. Okay, never mind. We still totally win. We have Volkner. Unless he red cards us, we win for sure. That was my bad, not paying attention. Zapdos is weak to electric. I wouldn't have been nearly as worried if we had that. But I am bummed that I didn't put the other Bidoof out there. We could have had some Bidoof mischief going on, but that's okay. Your favorite Pokemon is Greninja. I do love Greninja. Greninja is a great Pokemon. I think it's one of the coolest starter designs ever, and he has a really interesting function in this game. This guy has some really cool full arts. He has both of the really cool Pikachu EXs. He doesn't have the immersive here, but both these full arts are awesome. And then he had that Zapdos EX, which is one of my favorite cards in the game. So we will Volkner right here. And just to be obnoxious, we're going to go for the Crown Rare in the back. It doesn't matter which one we hit. It's a one-hit KO on either of them, and we win. So there we go, 1 for 1. I think we would have been 2-0 if I didn't misplay on that first battle against the Gyarados deck. But as you can see, this deck does really well. Luxray is a beast, honestly. When you partner him with Volkner, you can get him powered up 2 turns in a row. Or if you have both Volkners and you're able to put normal energy on, you can get 3 attacks in a row and pretty much take out anything. He's a little bit frail compared to some other cards, but he's not an EX card, which makes it a little bit safer. So I like it a lot. And we're going to look here to see if we can find a good use case for Bidoof. I really want us to use Bidoof against one. Once we do, then maybe I'll switch to the other deck. You found that triangle battle. I'm not sure I know what that's from, Rachel. Is that from that Pokemon Unite game? I don't think I've played that very much. I've never played it, but I think that might be a triangle kind of battle format. But I'm not sure. So we only have Bidoof here, so we'll start with it. This could be a Darkrai deck, which is one of the best meta decks in the game right now. So we'll see if Bidoof can take him. I don't know Darkrai's full HP. I actually haven't run into one yet. This is one of my first times playing for a while here with the new set. So we'll see. But looks like their connection is bad, which is kind of the most annoying thing to run into. So hopefully it connects soon, or it kicks him out, so we're not sitting here on load for a while. But let me know, is there anything exciting going on in your guys' lives? Anything fun happening? I mainly just have tests this week, so pray for me. I've got an economics test that's going to be pretty brutal. But you should only use Bidoof and nothing else, Ethan. I totally would, except the only problem with Bidoof is all he does is half your opponent's active HP, so knocking him out would be like super brutal. Right, if they had 100, you get him down to 50, and then I think it rounds down, so it'd probably go to 20 after that, and then it'd go to 10, and it would just take forever to knock it out. Otherwise, I totally would. You got Mightyena, Haunter, and Greninja, and then a Trader card. Okay, that's awesome. So, getting new cards from the set. I think we're going to concede here just because they're not here, and I want to battle with you guys. So, we maybe could have won that battle, but nobody showed up. So, we'll just go into another one there. I wonder how many people have gotten wins just from their bad Wi-Fi connection. I feel like most games, if you have a bad Wi-Fi connection, you will lose. But interestingly, with Pokemon Pocket, they don't really kick you out very much. Like, I know they have that timer, but I haven't seen people get kicked out once. You can only half it once. After that, it does 40. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting, Ethan. I hadn't noticed that. So we'll have to see if we run into that here. Okay, we do start with a Bidoof. I want to use one, so we're going to send it out. Hopefully this is a Mewtwo here. That would be a prime example of how Bidoof works. And Giratina. So that's actually not the best example of how Bidoof works, but that's okay. The nice thing about Bidoof is he takes 2 energy, and so even if he gets knocked out, it's enough energy for you to use Volkner later. I'm going to use Pokemon Communication on Bidoof here, and hopefully we can pull a Shinx. And then we can start evolving him in the background, because that's kind of the main thing that takes time. And there we go. But we do have Leaf in our hand, so as much as I want to use Bidoof, it will make more sense for us to just power up Shinx in the back here. And we'll end our turn for now. I haven't come against Giratina, though, so that's pretty fun. Pretty cool about Giratina is that he has that 0 retreat cost once there's energy attached to him. His attack's pretty low, but I'm excited for when they bring Giratina EX into the game. I think they'll do it in a special way, like with Mythical Island where they brought in Mew EX. That's my guess, is it'll be in the next set they bring out. But I think that's going to be a really cool Pokemon to see, so I'm excited for that. Let's see here. This might be a Gengar EX deck, which will be a fun one to go against. And we have this here, and so learning from last time, I am going to put Bidoof on the bench here so we don't get in trouble with that Sabrina. We'll put Luxio here, give him an energy, and then next turn we'll Leaf, and we can start doing some mayhem. I do really like Luxray that you can just take shots on the bench. So I feel like one of the common strategies in Pokemon Pocket, one of the things I do all the time, is just trying to power up Pokemon on the bench and have something out in front. You know, the Dreadwall is something common that you run into all the time. And this deck with Luxray just totally annihilates that whole strategy. And so like right here, he's setting up for a Gengar in the back, and we can just snipe him, which I do feel a little bit bad about, but it's very satisfying. So his Haunter goes down, which is going to set him back a couple turns. Unfortunately, we don't have Volkner. Hopefully we draw him next turn. Otherwise, it takes a while for us to power up Luxray here. But we'll see what he comes up with. He can still use Giratina on us, which can do 70 damage, which isn't something to be laughed about, right? So he could hit us pretty hard here in a couple turns. So we do really need to pull a Volkner, or we're going to be in trouble. And let's see what he does here. He did use Pokemon Communication, so he'll have another card in the back. And it's going to be another Ghastly. But that does mean he's going to have those couple other turns to set up. I would just want to snipe the Ghastly to be mean, but I think Giratina is going to be our bigger threat. We do pull Volkner, which is huge. And so the best part about this is now, yeah, we don't have another Volkner, at least yet. We could pull it next turn, and if we do, then we win for sure. But if we don't, then it's going to take them time to power up their Gengar, and so we should have a little bit of a cushion here. Are you also mad at how bad trading is in this game? Yes. Yeah, that is a huge bummer. Like, I get why they do it. You know, they want to make money, and so if they make trading too easily, then they're not going to be able to make as much money off of the game. But it is super annoying. I wish trading was done better. I think it would be more fun. So yeah, that is a little bit unfortunate, Ethan, I agree. But that is just the way it is, I guess, for now. So I forgot Luxray. The other thing I love about him, free retreat cost. So I'm just going to put him in the back here. And we have 2 points already. They have 0. We have no EX Pokemon. So we are totally fine if they take out our 2 Bidoofs here while we power up Luxray. That's not an issue at all. And he just put a Pokemon on the bench, a basic Pokemon with 120 HP. So as soon as Luxray gets powered up, we win essentially no matter what. And so we'll be safe. So we got Leaf. We don't need that yet. We can kind of just be annoying here and Sabrina him. It's not super necessary, but it will cost him energy, slow him down, and powering up. I don't think we need to do it. Like I said, I think we win no matter what. But yeah, I wish trading was better because there are a bunch of Pokemon I'm wanting to trade for from Genetic Apex that I don't have yet. And so that's the interesting thing I've noticed with Pokemon Pocket. I made the mistake earlier, and he just made it here too. If you bring out too many Pokemon, then that can actually, onto your bench, it can negatively impact you. So right, if he hadn't brought out this Gengar, this Giratina, he probably would have won because Gengar prevents me from using supporter cards. So I couldn't use Volkner. I'd only be able to hit him once from normal energy with Luxray, and then I would have been pretty much done, right? I wouldn't have been able to use supporter cards. But now I don't need it. He has Giratina here, and I could just one-shot it, but he concedes. So there we go. That's 2 for 1. I do want to show you guys another deck. So we'll probably just do one more here with this one because I really do want to be able to find somewhere where Bidoof shines. So we'll send him a thanks, then we'll go for it. And then remember to stick around to the end because I will do a battle with one of you guys at the end of today's video. That's what we go. For those of you guys who do like Cobblemon, I know Ethan and Rachel were talking about it. What are some things you guys would like to see from Cobblemon content? I've done a lot of different things on my channel, but looking to, like I said, I'm trying to output more Cobblemon in the coming weeks, 1 to 2 videos a week. What are some things you're interested in? Do you like more tutorials, how-to videos? Are you more into Let's Plays? You know, what is it that you guys enjoy watching? If you could let me know, that'd be awesome, because I want to obviously do what you guys enjoy. Okay, this is an interesting one here. It looks like it's going to be a Melmetal deck, and I think I'm going to go Pokemon Communication on Shinx here, see if we can get a Luxio. I do like Pokemon Communication. I think that card is really, really good. We unfortunately get another Bidoof, but that's okay. We go first. We don't have energy, so we'll just end our turn for now. Now, I think this is probably going to be a Dialga Melmetal deck is my guess. Or not. It's got Mew here. Interesting. I wish he would have started with Mew first, and I would have tried to Super Fang him. And I think that would have been a lot of fun. But we don't have that here. So he's putting Rocky Helmet there on Meltan, and he'll start powering him up, presumably for a Melmetal here in a second. So this could be actually a difficult deck for us. It's kind of some tanky Pokemon. Problem is, as soon as he evolves into Melmetal, we'll probably lose our Pokemon there. So I'm going to put another Shinx on the bench, and we got to decide whether we power up a Shinx or Bidoof. We're going to go for Bidoof. I think if I was doing a normal battle here, my recommendations to you guys would probably be to power up Shinx, but I really want to have Bidoof be useful for something, so we're going to try and get some energy on him. And with Volkner, I don't feel as bad about it, because if he does get knocked out, we just get the energy anyways, so it's not a huge deal. But he doesn't evolve. Oh, but we do have Sabrina. All right, then this isn't our best choice, definitely. But just because we are going to use Bidoof to do something useful, we're Sabrina-ing him. And we're going to use Bidoof to half Mew EX's HP. And then Luxray should be able to one-shot it. Which is awesome because Luxray usually can't one-shot Mew EX. So we'll hit him here with Super Fang. That'll get it down to 60 HP, which is huge. And then now we'll just need to start powering up a Luxray. Yeah. The last thing we talked about was trading there. But yeah, let me know if there's anything interesting in Cobblon you'd like to see. Let's Play tutorial challenges, they're all good. It'd be funny if you make a video that's just fishing in the new update, fishing the whole time. That isn't a good idea. We could, he is going to do that to us, which isn't a huge deal. That actually saves our Bidoof, which I don't mind. And so we're going to go here. We'll go for Professor's Research. We could do a live stream where I just fish the whole time. That could be a fun idea. Pokeball isn't really necessary, but we'll use it just for cards there. And I could retreat into Mew, into Bidoof, but I think we might as well just start powering up a Luxio here, and we'll have Shinx as the backup there. Because he can only use one of our active Pokemon's attacks, so he can't really do any damage to us right now. Very much. All he can do is 20. So it's not a huge threat until Melmetal comes out. Once Melmetal comes out, we are in a little bit of danger. So, and there's Dialga, which is what I was expecting. But he did leave Bidoof here. I hope he goes into Dialga. I think he's going to go into Melmetal. Makes more sense. But we'll see. I think I'm going to use... Okay, we got to decide what the best method is here. Because we're going to lose a Pokemon. We could use Luxray and take out Mew. Melmetal can do 120 damage. So Luxray would live. I think he has 130 HP. But we'd only get one more shot, and I wouldn't be able to take out any of his Pokemon. This is a risk because, he could Sabrina us. We'll put out a Bidoof, so he doesn't matter. Our main problem is I think he could... Oh, shoot. I meant to put that energy on Luxray. That was dumb of me. That's okay. We have Volkner, so it's not a huge deal. But our main problem is genome hacking. I think he should be able to use Luxray's move, and he can take out our Bidoof on the bench. So I shouldn't have put Bidoof there. There we go. I just did the same mistake that I mentioned before. Do not put Pokemon on your bench unless you need to. I was worried about Sabrina, but I think that was the worst move. I should have just been okay with Sabrina because Luxray can live, but Bidoof cannot live a hit from Mew. So that was pretty dumb on our part, but that's okay. That's the way it'll be for now. Mew's probably going to wreck us, but maybe he won't realize what he has in store. I think he will, though. If he just retreats or if he just sends Mew out next turn, he does win. Although, actually, let's think about this. So we could use, if we do Volt Bolt here, we'll take out Melmetal, but the Pokemon tool here, I think it does 20 damage to us, right? Yeah, so it'll do 20 damage to us, which would knock us out either way, actually. So, because it'll get us low enough that Mew can hit us with genome hacking. Well, here's what I think our best bet is. We're going to take out Mew, and then that'll cause us to have a draw unless he has Giovanni. And so having a draw is kind of annoying, but I think that's our best bet because we can live one hit here. Although unless he Sabrina's us, then we lose no matter what. So I shouldn't have put Bidoof out. That was a mistake there. Again, second time I've made that mistake. But yeah, kill Mew, then Melmetal. That's what I was thinking. I think that is our best bet. Let's pray he doesn't have Sabrina. If he doesn't have Sabrina, we will draw. Unless he retreats. If he retreats, that would be awesome. If he doesn't understand everything that happens. Yeah, so he's going to hit us with Heavy Impact. He doesn't have Sabrina. And so this is going to be a draw. But I think that's really interesting to show how Bidoof totally came through for us here. We would have lost for sure if it weren't for Bidoof. So I think that's pretty fun. We'll hit him here, and that is a draw. But Bidoof is a beast. He came in clutch, and I think that's really fun that we were able to hit him with Bidoof. We could do another one with Bidoof, but I think we'll switch to the other deck here. But there we go. As you can see, Bidoof is viable. Bidoof can help you take down some of those EX Pokemon and big heavy hitters like Melmetal. And so Bidoof actually did a lot that battle, which was fun. I think... Okay, I'm having too much fun with Bidoof. We're going to do one more with Bidoof, and then I'll show you guys the other deck real quick. So one more, and then we'll go to the other one. But I think, why not? Bidoof is showing his worth here. And have you guys seen those memes? They're a couple years old, but the memes about Bidoof being, like, shredded. There was a lot, how everyone talks about how Arceus in the lore, right, is like the god Pokemon. But they talk about Bidoof instead being the actual one. And I think those are some of my favorite memes to look at. So if you guys like memes, check out the Bidoof one. Interesting. Who is this in the back? So we got Shaman, Regirock, and Froakie. This is a really interesting deck. I have never seen anything like this. So we're going to go for Pokeball here. Unfortunately, this is probably not a deck where Bidoof is going to come in clutch for us because everybody has health that we can take out with Luxray. Except for maybe Regirock here, but we can just snipe everybody else on the bench, so I'm not really too worried about that. Bidoof God, exactly. We'll have to, I think that'll be the thumbnail. I usually will try and take a video from one of these live streams, and we'll have to have Bidoof in one of those. And he doesn't put energy on Regirock, so that is actually pretty good for us. We'll just start powering up Luxio right here. Yeah, he doesn't do damage to us. He just takes less damage. So I've misread a couple cards this turn. So I want to make sure I'm actually reading through carefully and we're smart about the way we do this here. So he is going to start going, but he does have that mixed energy, which is really not to his advantage. And I think we can probably just snipe most of his Pokemon with Luxray is going to be the best bet here. We're going to go for a Pokeball. That'll get out Bidoof. And we have both Shinxes, which means we use Pokemon Communication on Bidoof, and we will either get a Bidoof back or a Luxio or a Luxray. I'm hoping for Luxio would be our best bet, and we can start evolving one in the back, and we do get that, which is perfect. We won't evolve Luxio yet because I want to hit Regirock here. I guess it doesn't matter anyways because he's just going to heal it with Shaman probably, but that's not a huge deal. It's going to take him so long to power up Regirock with the 3 different typings in his deck that I'm just going to snipe his Frogadier so he can't do his Greninja strategy. And then I think, yeah, I'm not too worried about this one. If I were him, I would have probably at least taken out the Grass Energy, just use Shaman for healing. I think he's got a little bit too much going on here. That is going to be hard for him to win. But we'll see. I mean, if I don't pull Volkner, we're kind of in trouble anyways, so let's see how this goes. I mean, it'll take him so long to power up, though, that I'm not too worried. We'll put Luxray here. I think I've only used one Pokemon Communication, so we'll leave Bidoof here so we can try and switch for another Luxray. In the future, we'll go Volt Bolt, take out his Greninja that's powered up, and then he can't do damage from the bench until he evolves the other one, but that's okay, because it'll take him a while to actually be able to do anything with Regirock. And Regirock's retreat cost is so high that if he doesn't have Leaf, he's not going to be able to come back out of that anytime soon. He has Druddigan, too. Wow, this guy has, like, every possible card. We're going to switch into Luxio, which I don't really mind too much. We're not really in a position where that's too big of a problem. We're looking for either Volkner or another Luxray would be awesome. Luxray has a free retreat cost, so that would be awesome. We can switch back and forth between the two however we want. Waiting for him here, and he is going to put an energy on Shaman. I'm interested to see what this guy's strategy is. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but that's all right. And I could switch him out with Sabrina, but honestly, I don't feel the need to Sabrina him. I think Regirock is who we want up front because there's like nothing he can do with it. It'll take him so long to power out to be able to do any damage. And he is going to put the cape on Regirock, which I'm, again, okay with. I think I'm just going to avoid Regirock. I think it'll take too long to power it up, especially since he's putting his energy on everybody else, and instead we can just kind of snipe all of his other Pokemon. And we do pull Volkner. We'll put 1 energy on this Luxray in the back, and we will use Volkner. Oh, that was dumb of me. I didn't realize I'd already used another one. Well, we probably should have put an energy on this Luxray, but that's okay. We can have 2 on the other one. It'll even out. We could have attacked. Actually, we won't be able to attack till next turn either way. And he's using blue this turn, which makes no sense. Or I guess that happens till next turn. It happens. Never mind, that works. But not super necessary because we're just going to take out Frogadier. I get tired of Greninja's cheap shots, so we'll just take out Frogadier. And then next turn, I think we win. So this deck is awesome. Luxray is a beast. Bidoof is a beast. He's an absolute animal when you come against big EX Pokemon. We haven't come across too many decks that we've really needed to use Bidoof, but the thing I love about Bidoof is there are a lot of decks you come up against, like Mewtwo, Celebi, Dialga. Well, they'll start out with that big heavy hitter, and that's too much for Luxray to hit in one hit. And so one of my favorite strategies, start with Bidoof, have him half the HP of that Pokemon. They'll knock out Bidoof pretty easily, and then Luxray can come in and clean up that 2 energy from Bidoof. You can just use with Volkner to power up Luxray in 1 turn, and then you can just take out pretty much anything in the game. And so the Bidoof Luxray combo is super good. Definitely one of my favorites to use. I highly recommend it. And we will just retreat this turn, and we'll take out his Shaman, I think, because I haven't come against Shaman yet. But he does concede, so we do get the dub there. I think I lost track. I think that was 3 wins and a tie to 1 or 2 losses with this deck. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Some of you guys might have seen better. But I do want to show you that other deck real quick. We'll just do 1 or 2 battles with it, and then I will battle against you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. You guys are the OGs. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Most of you have probably been around here for a while if you're hanging out on the live streams. But if you have been here for a while and you're not a channel member, consider becoming a channel member. That is one of the best ways you can support me, and I give you guys a lot of awesome perks. You can have Pokemon named after you in all of my Let's Plays, and just a lot of other really fun stuff. You can check the offer out by clicking the join button below. And it costs less than a Little Caesars pizza, so it's not too bad. This deck right here is using 2 of the new electric Pokemon. We got Luxray again, and then Electivire, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. We're going to run it with Volkner, and we are going to use Osiris just for some fun to see how things go. But we're going to go into the battle here. I'm pretty excited to use this one. This will actually be my first time using this deck. I just got my second Electivire yesterday from the new drop event. And so that's an easy way to get Electivire if you want it. I haven't been able to get Magnezone yet. I think Magnezone is one of the coolest new cards. I think if you partner a Luxray with Magnezone, it's probably the best electric deck, or one of the best electric decks right now. If you use the Magneton that can just put energy on itself, you can ramp up electric energy so fast with those 2 Pokemon. You could also use Electivire. That might be, I guess, a quicker one since Electabuzz can charge his own energy as well. But I just really like Luxray and think he's pretty fun. Have you gotten the new Cresselia EX? I have not, unfortunately. I've done like probably 15 of those battles, and I've gotten a ton of the other cards, but I have not gotten Cresselia yet. I assume I'll get it soon, but I haven't pulled it yet, unfortunately. Speaking of that, if you are looking for how to get cards more easily from those drop events, I actually have a whole video that outlines the process of how you can easily get cards from drop events, and so you guys can check that on my channel. Look it up, just drop events on the channel, and that'll be an easy one. You have 2. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. That's super exciting that you were able to get that. Yeah, I have a couple of these Electivires. Oh, they already conceded. Okay, so I guess we scared them off. Not sure. Maybe they had something to do in real life because they had a pretty good setup yet there. I was a little bummed because we had pretty good setup as well, but dub's a dub, so we'll take it. But we'll go for another battle here. I would like to show off how this works. I do think it's a pretty fun deck to use. But yeah, I think Magneton, Electivire, Magneton, Luxray are going to be some of the best meta electric decks. So try those out if you want. Nice thing, none of them are EX, so they're not too hard to pull. Magneton's been hard, but I've gotten all of Shink's line pretty easily. free-to-play player too, so not spending money, so it's been pretty easy. But we'll go in here and see. We are against a water deck, which is nice. I'm going to start with Electabuzz to try and ramp up energy a little bit quicker. And let's see, he starts off with a Staryu, which is dangerous because he could have his Pokemon, I cannot think of the name, Starmie, come out next turn, which would be a problem for us. I'm going to go Pokemon Communication on this Electabuzz, see if we could get an Electivire, just because I'm worried about Starmie. If he just had Gyarados, Magikarp, I wouldn't be as worried, but Starmie is pretty dangerous. He could hit us in one turn. If we would have gone second, this would have been a lot better with Electabuzz, with charging that energy there. But we're going to be down in energy, and if he evolves into Starmie, we're in trouble. But he's got a couple evolutions. There's a chance he doesn't have it in his hand. We'll see what happens. If he does have Starmie, we probably are going to lose, because I don't think we'll have time to evolve anything else. But we got an energy there. If we could pull Electivire and he doesn't get Starmie, we'll be in a pretty good position. Okay, Vaporeon. That scared me when I saw an evolution. Okay. And there's Starmie. Okay, so that's going to be an L for us. We'll concede just to make this quicker. We'll do one more battle with this deck, and then I will battle you guys. And so stick around there. It'll probably only be 5 to 10 more minutes here. And we'll see how it happens. How's the Lizard going, Ethan? I know he's been a dedicated viewer of the streams. And what is the Lizard's name? I don't think I've ever asked you that. So if you can put that in the chat, that would be awesome. We'll go here against Edgy W, and we'll see if we can get the Electivire deck going here. Like Pokemon from the Kanto region. Okay, we'll go for Shinx. I was doing a Soul Link with a friend the past few days, but I got swept my Lorely, sadly. Shoot, dude, that is a bummer. That's awesome that you're doing a Soul Link, though. That's something I've wanted to do for a while. Soul Links are super fun. So that's super cool. I'll hopefully do that on the channel someday. This Pachirisu EX full art looks awesome. That's actually the first time I've seen that. But that looks super cool. So it looks like we're going to have some of the new electric cards against some of the new electric ones. Pachirisu EX, I honestly haven't been that impressed with. Like, it's pretty good, but I don't know, it's just like Pikachu EX, but you don't have to have Pokemon on the bench. But yeah, I don't think it's like the best card out there, but it's not horrible. But it's definitely not the one I'm most excited about. The Lizard's right behind me watching, and his name is Jeff. Jeff the Lizard. That is a good name. I respect that name. And so thanks for watching, Jeff, one of the most dedicated viewers out there. Okay, and he does have the cape here on Pachirisu, so he can do extra damage. He's got some health, so that's in trouble. Okay, let's go for a Pokeball here, see who we can get. We do have Electabuzz, and so I might... trying to think about our best move here. We can do 120 damage with Electivire. We would need... trying to think how many turns it would take us to get to that if we would actually live. Because he'll do 80 damage. So we're going to kind of do the math here to make sure we make the smartest decisions. So if we use Leaf, we can get 2 energy on Electabuzz this turn. Then we'll have to evolve because we'll be able to do 80 damage. And I don't think we're going to be able to get enough, right? We get 2 this turn. He puts 1 energy on. We put a 3rd on. Then he hits us for 80 damage. And then we put a 4th on, and we could do 120. Okay, I think we're going to do that, actually. Let's hope I calculated that right in my head. And then hopefully we'll be able to get a Volkner by that time, and we can use Luxray to take him out the rest of the way. But we'll put energy here. Go for a charge. Boom. Get 2 on Electabuzz there. He'll get 1. We'll get 3 and evolve. Hit him, and then we can hit him again, and we should be able to take him out. Okay, you and your friend also did a Soul Link and Emerald, but you've won. That's awesome. A Soul Link's impressive. Those are difficult because it's not just you, but if your friend mess up as well or has something unfortunate happen, then it kind of ruins your streak. And so that's impressive that you guys are able to do a Soul Link. That's also super fun that you got someone that you can do that with. So that's super sweet, Ethan. What was your favorite Pokemon or like your homie that got you through the Soul Link? All right, we'll evolve into Electivire here, and we'll go for Professor's Research. see if we can get a Luxio. I will probably put this Electabuzz here just so we don't lose them. Actually, I should have. Pokemon Communication did. I keep missing on that, but we'll see. Volkner works with Electivire as well. It does. That's true. We don't have any. Volkner only grabs. Sorry, I couldn't speak there. Volkner only grabs from the discard pile, though, and so we don't have any energy there yet. And so luckily we're able to just charge up Electivire with normal energy here, and then we'll be able to use Volkner ideally to power up a Luxray to just snipe someone in the back. Okay, we don't get him yet, though. Let's go for Professor's Research, see if we can get a Luxio. Luxray and Luxio. Perfect. So there's only 7 cards left. We will need to get a Volkner or we're going to be in trouble. But for now, we can go Exciting Voltage. This should take out Pachirisu. All right, 120 damage. So Pachirisu's down. I haven't paid enough attention to see if he's gotten energy on any of his other Pokemon yet. I don't think he has. So we're in a pretty good spot. We could one-shot Pachirisu, but we won't be able to... And Pikachu. So we should be pretty good. And then even if he does something to us, we don't have any EX Pokemon, so I think this one is going to be a dub for us. We could get Luxray powered up before he could take us out. So that should be a win. I think they're noticing the same thing right now. But yeah, I think we win next turn no matter what because he has no energy on Pachirisu. So Electivire can do really well. He takes a while to charge up, but if you have him in the back with Volkner or if you use Electabuzz like you just saw, it can go really well. So he concedes, and we do get the dub there. Love the way this deck works. And now I'm going to battle against one of you guys. This looks like there's 2 of you on right now. Thank you for both of you being there. And I'm going to go into the chat here. It's going to be the same password as last time. So go into a random private match. Type in Pocket Craft. It'll cut off the last letter, so it'll just be Pocket Craft. And then we'll battle there. And so I'm going to use the Bidoof deck because I think it's fun. And we'll see how that goes. But let's put in Pocket Craft. And either one of you feel free to do it. And we'll go for it. So Pocket Craft. I know you've done it before, Ethan, but if nobody else is there, feel free to hop on. I'll give a second here because of the lag. Because just to make sure you guys have time to type that in. And so your friend isn't good at it. I give him all the good Pokemon, like the better starter and guaranteed Pokemon. But Minun or Crobat was useful for a lot of the game. Minun beat the champion. That is impressive that a Minun helped you beat the champion. Minun is, I think, a Pokemon I haven't used hardly at all. So that's pretty fun that you had a good luck with him. Crobat, I know, is a beast in Let's Plays. Crobat has done really well for me in the past. So remember, yeah, if you just hopping on, hop into a battle here and go Pocket Craft, and you should be good to go. I'm a new player that's free to play. I still suck at the game. No worries, man. I'm free to play as well. I think that's the way to go. If you watch my videos, I think you'll be able to get up and be doing pretty well competitively in no time. So feel free in the match here, type in Pocket Craft or Pocket Craft, and it'll just cut down to Pocket Craft and we can battle. But we're glad you've just joined the game, Trini, and you'll get there in no time. No worries. If you need deck suggestions, I have a whole playlist on my channel. Just click on my channel playlist, and you should find deck suggestions. And I got a couple there that you could build from. You can watch videos of how I use it, like this live stream today, and you should be able to figure that out from there. So we're up against Ethan here, which is exciting. Thanks for coming in, Ethan. And this will give you guys another chance, and for those of you who just hopped on, to see how Bidoof and Luxray can work well together. You do have the Darkrai deck going here, cards, which looks super awesome, Ethan. And so that's pretty sweet. It is definitely more intimidating than my cute little Mew background here. So I like the intimidation factor. You're welcome. Thanks for being here, Trini. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And we love having you here. We love to have you as part of the team. We do these every single Tuesday. So if you do need more deck ideas, come in here every Tuesday, and we'll give you ideas on different decks that you can build. So Ethan is going for the Scolipede Weezing deck, it looks like, which is awesome. Love to see you using the decks that we've built together. And so we'll go for Professor's Research and see what we get. Okay. I'm going to go Pokemon Communication, try and get rid of Bidoof, and see if we can get Luxio. We're going to need to power up pretty quick here, because this deck is pretty fast that he's using. We get Luxray, but not Luxio. So end our turn for now. You've been saving my free trial for something like this. That's awesome. Yeah, this is probably the time. I wish I would have saved my free trial. Yeah, that background looks incredible, Ethan. I think you definitely made a good choice there. That's awesome. You subbed already. Awesome. Thanks, man. You got 2 all right decks. That's super sweet. What decks have you been running? Which ones do you think have been your favorite so far? I'd be interested to hear, but that's super cool. I'm probably going to go for Shinx in the background here. I think we're just going to sack this first Shinx, and we'll have to go from there. I think Whirlipede's going to take us out here pretty quick. And so we need Luxio next turn, or we are probably going to have to take an L here. Because with Poison, we will die, which is not great. So let's see what we get here. We have Luxray, but we don't have Luxio. And I might have to Pokemon Communication Luxray, but I don't want to do that. So I could retreat. Don't think I want to do that yet. I think I'm just going to sack it, and we'll see how it goes. You run Mewtwo and Charizard with Arcanine. Those are both 2 great decks. I do love the Arcazard deck. I think it's a ton of fun. And so that's a great option that you're running. Okay, we're going to put Bidoof out here as a wall, and I think Ethan might have us, guys. If we don't pull Luxio next turn, we're in trouble. Even if we do, ooh, good move, Ethan. Sabrina us there. And if he evolves into Scolipede here, we do lose. And there we go. Yeah, so that's an L for us. Good work, Ethan. You took us out pretty good. And I think that makes us 1-2. I think you've beaten me twice now. So Ethan's a beast. This deck, if you guys have not built this deck, if you're looking for a good one, the Scolipede Weezing deck that Ethan is running is one I showed on the channel a little while ago. It works great, and so definitely go for it. That would be awesome. You just pulled Scolipede that turn. That is good luck, Ethan. That is awesome. That was perfect timing for you, and you did get me here with this battle. So Scolipede deck for the win. Even though that was a deck before the new set came out, still very viable. As you can see, it's fast, and it can win against a lot of other decks. So that's awesome. Congrats, Ethan. Thanks for coming into the battle there, and thank you guys all for coming in here. If you're looking for more things, feel free to check out our deck playlist on the channel. I'll be popping up a website for you guys here within a few weeks. If you're interested in other Pokemon videos, there's tons of Cobblemon content on the channel with more to come this week and in the weeks to come. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.